Hey guys, today is March 1st, the first day of March, and spring is just around the corner. We can feel it in the air here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was just walking outside. I actually had to go to court today, which is a long story, but if you remember and you've been watching these for a while, then the day that I got the ticket, which was the day that Taylor's mom came into town, I got a ticket for not having an ID on me because my ID was in the mail. Anyway, long story way short, I had to go down to the courthouse and get that taken care of today because I forgot to take care of it online because I'm a procrastinator and an idiot and busy. Anyway, today I want to talk about a few things, a few myth understandings about food in regards to health, fitness, performance. So here we go. Let's dive right in with number one. I hear this a lot. People that I talk with, people that I maybe write programs for, or try and give them nutritional advice or counsel, just on things that they should eat to hit a goal. I hear this. Andrew, you know you can only digest 25 grams of protein at a time, at one sitting, and the rest just comes out in your pee or your poop. Well, that would be beautiful if that was real. I mean, think about it. If I could eat 400 grams of carbs, but my body knew that I could only really handle 30, and the rest would just come out the other end, that would be beautiful. Think about it. You could do this with fats, you could do this with carbs. Why is it that just protein works like this? Because of how it's digested? So think about this. When you eat protein, say you eat 50 grams in one sitting, it's not uncommon for me. That doesn't mean that I'm peeing out the excess. All it means is it's digesting slower over a longer period of time. It may take it longer to process, which, if your objective is to build muscle, you want protein available, readily available for recovery pretty much all the time. You want a high protein diet. Anyway, so that is a myth. That is a myth. We'll just throw that one out. Myth number two. It's not a total myth, but it's like a half a myth, which to me is just as bad as a total myth, because a hot button topic right now is green tea. I got some green tea extract in that. I'm gonna put some green tea in that. I'm gonna put some green tea inside of my coffee. I'm gonna put green tea inside of my just everything. I'm gonna put it inside my pancakes. People are putting green tea in everything because someone said that it promotes fat loss. Let's just set the record straight. What promotes fat loss is being in a caloric deficit. That promotes fat loss. Being in a caloric surplus, fat gain, weight gain, weight gain. So green tea, you can drink 150,000 cups a day. You'll pee a lot, sure, but it does not matter if you're not in a deficit and surplus. If you're in a surplus, it doesn't matter, but if you're in a deficit, sure, yeah. That's why this whole like juice, well, man, I could go off on a rant on juices, on juicing. Because of course you're losing weight. Have you ever seen someone that only eats fruit who was huge? No. So that's a good myth. Let's actually talk about that myth for a second. Can you get fat off of fruit? Well, it has sugar in it, but it also has fiber in it. Wait. And it's water soluble? I mean, this is stuff that's gonna like break down easier than processed sugars? Absolutely. You're not gonna get fat eating fruit. Actually, no. This could be a good challenge for someone who actually thinks that I'm wrong. Just eat a bunch of fruit. Only eat fruit for a month. I don't think that people understand how much fruit it actually takes to equal a bagel. Like, it would take, for the caloric density of a bagel or a Snickers bar, I could eat like 600 grams of blueberries. That's so many blueberries to equal that same amount. That's the caloric equivalent. Like, it blows my mind. You would have to eat so much fruit. But I digress. Let's move on to another one. Alcohol makes you fat. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but maybe the dead horse needs to be beaten. I don't know. But alcohol makes you fat. No, it doesn't. Anything makes you fat if you eat too much. The problem with alcohol that I think maybe a lot of people can resonate with, I lump it into the junk food category. Doesn't mean I don't drink a beer. Last night I had 2 Coronas and I didn't inflate, but I allotted for them in my calories for the day, which we can have a whole video on just that one principle. But think about this. It's so hard to eat these foods and these drinks that do not have breaks. Like a Coke. Man, you can burn through calories like whoa in a Coke. Chips, potato chips, any, Snickers bars, they're not in and of themselves going to make you fat. But the problem with them is they don't have what we call breaks. Meanwhile, over here, we've got broccoli, steak, chicken, avocado. We have foods that have breaks. And what I mean by breaks is this. Breaks are the things that when you're eating a steak, you make it 3/4 of the way through and your brain tells your heart, tells your mind, tells your soul, you're full. It's satiety. You feel satisfied because it's releasing those hormones, those endorphins, that experience of I'm full. Meanwhile, over here, I've got how many people, and I've done this, have gotten an entire little bag box, whatever you call that thing, of Oreos, pulled out the tray and just gone to town and tried to eat as many of them as you could. When you're a kid, you can probably eat that whole dang thing. And without tripping that, it doesn't have those breaks. It doesn't have the thing that makes you feel like you're full. So the difference between breaks and no breaks, specifically as it plays into alcohol, because alcohol is something that's a little bit deceptive because it's hard to just have one. But if you do just have a beer with dinner and you have a glass of wine with dinner, you could do that every single day, and it's not necessarily going to make you fat if you're in a caloric deficit. But if you're in a caloric surplus and you're doing that, it's definitely not going to help. It's definitely not going to. You have to look at it holistically. You have to look at everything in moderation. But that being said, I had pizza last night. I have ice cream. Those things are not evil. They're not, you're just burning through a bunch of your calories at one time. That's all it is. Burning through a bunch of things that you could spend on, like I said, 600 grams of blueberries. Something that has way more volume for the same caloric impact. Anyway, I feel like I went off on a bit of a tangent there, but I love a good tangent. These are one take. And I love it. I'm loving this week so far. I'm going to go squat something heavy and hang out with my wife. Hope that you're all having a great Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.